Hello my loves and welcome to this video. We are going to be taking a look at some extraordinary crystalline beings that are here, that are one of a kind, hand carved, unique from some of the rarest minerals, rarest crystals, rarest tektites that you can find here on this beautiful planet of Gaia. Now, this is being filmed in Black Friday as well, so these are also for this week only going to be at a reduction of their price. So keep that in mind, because these are all tools that if you are someone who walks in light, who is a starseed way shower, especially if you are someone who is in your purpose, you are walking your mission, you are ready to be accompanied by another being that is here solely for service, to partner with you, then this is for you. Okay, so are you ready? I'm going to show you a little scan of the table here, and then I'm going to go one by one. So, just to give you a little sneak preview, yeah, some really beautiful pieces here. Okay, so I'm going to start with, in reverse order, because last time I did a video like this, I started with the skulls and finished with the wands. So I'm going to start with a wand. Now, this is the most perfect wand for anyone who is working with Kundalini, who's working with shadow and light. It is an alchemist's wand, master alchemist wand, starting with a beautiful high sheen, very high quality labradorite cobra head. Going up the shaft here, we have garnet and Herkimer diamonds. Going to another really beautiful labradorite. Now, if I just turn this to face the sun a little bit, you can see that sheen just glistening off it. Finished by a pristine and incredibly clear Lemurian point. Look how polished this is. Look how perfect this is. Now, this beautiful soul is going on my website. You can get it straight from there. But the energy, when you just pick it up, when you point it, when you hold it, you can align, you can heal, you can do entity removals with something like this. Labradorite is a stone of Isis as well, right? So anyone that is working with the goddess Isis, this is for you. Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Especially if you're working with the feminine mysteries as well. I'm just going to say that. Now, moving on to some smaller pieces. Let's go to the Tektites, shall we? Let's start with the Tektites. So, starting with this beautiful Moldavite Ganesh, hand carved, of course. And once again, if I hold this camera up and I try and angle it to the sun, you can see how beautiful the detail is, how translucent this is. There's nothing in this other than the Moldavite. It's absolutely impeccable. Now, this is incredibly affordable for Moldavite, and remember, when you're looking at anything like Ethiopian opal, gold, Libyan gold, Moldavite, you know, any of those sugilite, any crystal like that, they are appreciating assets. These are investments that will serve you over time and will rise in value every single day. And the reason being is because Tektites, you know, they're so scarce. And Tektites are meteorites that came into Earth. They're not even from here. The Earth can't even create more, you know. So bear that in mind. For those of you who are really in tune with Atlantis, with Golden Egypt, we have a Moldavite scarab once again. Now, Moldavite is that Starseeds stone. It's an alchemist stone as well. So we've got this alchemist theme here, but it's an alchemist stone. And the reason being is because Moldavite is going to draw out anything like your shadows, anything that is ready to heal, anything that's fractured or fragmented, that's stopping you from being all that you're meant to be. It's going to rise it to the surface, help you process it, right? That's key. It's going to help you process it. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to really embody your star lineage. You're going to really embody your monadic self. Now, speaking of monadic selves, Libyan gold is the go-to tektite for me personally when I think about monad, because this is a crystal that was revered in Golden Egypt, Golden Atlantis. Tutankhamun had one of these on his sarcophagus. You know, it was highly sought after, and it's been used by anyone that, or worked with, I should say, by anyone who's had immense power and alignment in their life and used it for great service as well. So Libyan gold, also known as Libyan desert glass, but it's wonderful because this has now been proved that it did come from outside of this earth. You know, NASA have actually caught up and have proved that as well now, which is wonderful. But we have a scarab here. So scarabs are very abundant. They're very fortuitous, very lucky, all about rebirth. You know, the scarab moves the sun. to ignite the light on earth again. That's what the scarab does. So once again, these incredibly affordable. This is AAA grade. It's actually gem quality grade, this one. Which means it can be measured in carats. So when you see the listing, you'll see how many carats these Libyan gold crystals are. Now we have a necklace pendant. It's got the Christophilus in there as well, which is really, really wonderful. Ankh on the back, ruby on the top here, cast in silver and gold. When you wear something like Libyan gold, you know, you're activating your stellar gateway, your crown, and especially your solar plexus. Now, when you're working with the solar plexus, you know, this is what we actually need to really embody, right? This is what we need to actually be able to create, is we need that solar plexus to ascend from the 3D version of, oh, I'm scared, oh, this person's giving me tingles, oh, you know, we need it to ascend from that into being able to hold our divine will and help us embody that. And that is the magic of the solar plexus. So Libyan gold, you start wearing it, you start working with it, your life will change. It's inevitable. Okay, speaking of, let's go on to Libyan gold, hand carved Ganesh cast in, once again, silver and gold. So this is incredibly clear. It's got an Omkara on the back, Om symbol. Ganesh on the front. Now Ganesh is a remover of obstacles, right? Remover of blocks and obstacles. Gorgeous deity, gorgeous being, ascended master to work with. The wind is picking up a little bit here. I'm just going to hold my camera steady. So when you're wearing something like that, imagine all the blocks that you may encounter in your day, in your life, just disappear. Like the higher path, the higher walk that you are walking just appears in front of you step by step, just because you're wearing Libyan gold. I don't go anywhere without Libyan gold. I'm wearing it here. I have opal Libyan gold on my wrist here, moldavite as well, sugilite as well. You know, these are all crystals that have really had massive impact in my life, and they will with anyone that they're working with. They are phenomenal. They really are exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Now, some of you made the most of the aquamarine skull that was here 2 weeks ago. Really enjoying that divine mother energy, the Pleiadian energy that can be attuned and activated through aquamarine. Just look at how clear and beautiful this is. Once again, this is weighed in carats, right? So this isn't something that's just like, oh, it's a certain grade. No, it's weighed in carats because of its clarity. You know, so to actually come across aquamarine like this, very, very rare. For anyone wanting to work with a piece like this, I only have one. And it's very few and far between that I am able to actually find authentic, good quality crystals. So we're really, really lucky to have what we have here in front of us. Now let us move on. Now I've got three skulls here. And these 3 skulls, I don't know that you'll have ever actually come across before. I know that I personally haven't, and I'm working with crystals day in, day out, and I have done for a very long time, for years now. So, Euclase. Look at this beautiful hand-carved, beautiful, I mean, they're all hand-carved, so I don't need to keep saying that, but this incredible crystal skull. Now it encapsulates the ocean, the divine mother, the rebirth, the primordial mother, that womb space. It also can connect up with a higher being such as the Pleiadians. We always love things that can be attuned with the Pleiadians, because the healing, the blue rose, you know, that comes through, that grace, that compassion, it's just unparalleled. And this skull here, and what I love about it is, like, normally if you find Euclase, if you even know what that is, it doesn't really have all this blue. It's usually a lot more like this this white and black or grey. This is pure blue, right? This is incredibly high quality. So when that gets snapped up, it gets snapped up. There's only one of those available, no more coming. If it's for you, get it now, you know? Yeah, and it's at a ridiculously wonderful price as well. It's discounted already by 75% because this one just is ready to get straight into service. So keep that in mind. Now I have a pair of opal brothers. Now, these are carved from the same stone, carved in Bali. We have fire opal, which is this orange opal with harlequin opal on the back. Now harlequin is this white, it has every colour. Now the sun has just gone behind the clouds, so you can only see a little bit. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. But let me just show you actually. I'm wearing a harlequin opal. This is harlequin. Do you see all the colours dancing there? Well, this beautiful being has the harlequin opal on the back in the white, fire opal in the front. Now, these are Metatron attuned because they are working with bringing all the light codes into Gaia. Now you're working with this chap here, who is the above, right? So this is the solar junction, stellar gateway, bringing all those light codes in. Just look at the luster on that. Absolutely incredible. And he wants to go with his brother because they work as a pair. Now this is a shamanic elder, so he's working with the Earth Star and the Earth Gateway chakra. So together they are actually forming an antikarana bridge. What I love about opal in its own right anyway is that opal is the crystal that really allows the Christ light to move through it, because Ethiopian opal, which is what these are, they are volcanically formed and they encapsulate water inside them. So their insides are always changing, shifting, changing. They're wonderful to work with. Once again, I love working with opal. I have opal right here. And I love pairing it with Libyan gold. They are a dynamic duo specifically. But these two brothers are hoping to go together, right? So they will be listed together because they are working as a pair to bring down the highest light form through the Antikarana Bridge. Metatron himself is overseeing this, along with the Star Councils and the Seraphim. So it's a really phenomenal energy to work with. Opal, Ethiopian opal and Libyan gold, they're the only stones that I've come across so far that can hold source energy as well. And that's massive because, you know, others might try tuning crystals to source energy, but the crystal has to be of a certain frequency and a composition within its own inner matrix to be able to actually hold that light. So that is something really, really special and unique. Sticking with the theme of opal, black and gold, Ethiopian opal, this incredible chief. And the colours and the back, once again, the sun's just gone behind the clouds a little bit. But you can still see the light and the colours dancing through him. Once again, hand carved. When you're looking at someone like the chief, whenever it's been carved into something like this and the stone wants to embody that energy, they are really here to help you embody, to help you bring through and walk with the light and the devotion and the resonance that you actually came here to master. These are master crystals, right? I have one that I'm actually unsure whether to show on camera or not, because this one is the pièce de résistance, really is the absolutely creme de la creme. Once again, one of a kind, black, gold and clear, Ethiopian opal, hand carved into a skull. Now, this is source energy embodied. Just feel the vibration. Gosh, I wish you could actually see all the colors. Like, they are showing up a little bit, but not to the extent that you actually see it when you're holding it in your hand. Now, the reason why I'm not sure whether to show this skull or not is because he is actually so incredibly powerful. And I mean, that can only be good things, of course. But the beauty that this skull has, the majesty, the power that he has, he's got some of his mother stone in there and some of the matrix, the mother stone, which actually is really key, because if you are wanting to find it easier to ground that source light, you want something to help you ground. So I pair it with sugilite personally. And sugilite is like the master auric field guardian, you know, it's the crystal that used to be in the firmament of Atlantis, right? You know, it's very powerful, one of the stones of ascension. And so, like, I normally pair things with sugilite, so I usually have sugilite on me somewhere as well, just to help all the light ground, otherwise I'll start floating away, quite literally. So to have the mother stone in him as well is absolutely wonderful. So he is, once again, you know, you'll get the weight in carats for crystals like this, and the opal skulls will come with a certificate of authenticity, which means that you can insure it, and it is listed as an asset for your business, right? So that's also tax deductible. So just keeping that in mind, because we are looking at that level right now. Now, finally, this is a super cute one. Last but not least, one of my favorites, and I think I'm really going to struggle to let this one go. So it might be me buying this one, but we will see. We'll see if he's called, if anyone else is called to him. This is a money toad. It's a three-legged money toad with a little coin in his mouth, and is carved out of sugilite. Now, once again, sugilite is incredibly rare because most of it was mined and gifted by Gaia, you know, decades ago, and now it's actually really impossible to get a hold hold of in a very ethical and clear way. So it affects the frequency, and so we don't do it, right? No one in the UK is bringing in sugilite anymore, so it's a expired resource. And the reason being is because like people who can feel the frequency, so when it's working with someone who is working with the light, walking and merging their crown and their heart chakra with the earth star, and really here of service, something like sugilite is the most phenomenal crystal to work with. And if you are working with tektites, opals, things like this, you need some sugilite in your life. I do actually have very small little pieces on my website still, so if anyone's looking for those, they are available. But this chap got yin yang on his forehead here, revered in the East, right? So this is more of an Eastern symbol, but we know that the East can't get my words out here. We know that in the East, the mystery schools actually far exceed some of the ones in the West in some ways. Now, they're different mystery schools, of course, right? They're not comparable by any measure, but the understanding of energy that the East has in comparison to the West, that we actively remember, is just, that is unparalleled. So when you're looking at a money toad here, we're looking at, incredible opportunity, wealth, prosperity, luck, fortune, joy, all the things that we actually want and need to be able to be of the highest service. Now, because it's in sugilite as well, now this is almost like removing any obstacles and bringing you the right either clients, opportunities, creative flow, it's absolutely beautiful. You could have him in your business room if you have an office, or if you feng shuied your home. You can have him at the entrance of your home facing inwards, so the opportunity, the abundance, things like that are flowing inwards. And once again, I'm showing you these, and I've handpicked these personally. I'm showing you these because also they are accessible. And what I mean by that is, you won't be able to go anywhere else and get them at a price like this, because I've got them at a really good price, because it's my friend who is hand carving and hand sourcing them, and he is a master wand maker, he is a magician, and he is here of service. So we're really, really lucky, because you just wouldn't either first be able to find things like this, and secondly, if you did, the price would be astronomical. So I'm just kind of putting it out there. Like, for example, I went into a jeweler's in my hometown yesterday, just curious. And I asked them to, show me sapphire. It's my parents' sapphire anniversary, so I was just looking, just curious. And he showed me something tanzanite. He was like, oh no, wait, that's tanzanite. Picked up a necklace pendant, and it was tiny. And the price of it was triple the price of a piece of tanzanite that was this big that I sold, that someone got through us. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because, crystals, they need their value recognizing, and their worth recognizing, but regular people who aren't working with crystals in the way that we are, they don't actually understand. And so that's one of the gifts that we have here, is that we understand the crystals, we understand the service that they want to be offering, and we can be really generous and genuine about bringing them to you at the best exchange possible. So like I say, if any of them do call to you, please let me know. You can either email me at crystals@aliceheath.com, because I will not be putting this guy on my website. This guy is a sneak peek preview, but not on the website type of chap. Same with this one. These will not be on the website. So if any of them call to you, those two, you have to email me at crystals@aliceheath.com. The rest are going to be going on my website. So as soon as you see them, go for them. And I've just realized I haven't shown these two opal rings. Now we have clear and white opal, that's harlequin on the base, casting gold here. Really, really beautiful. The colours that dance through it is just amazing. This is a cloudy sky right now, and you can still see the colours dancing vividly. Even more so, like, if the camera was this way. Let me show you. Do you see? That's on a cloudy, dark sky. Imagine what it would be if the sun's actually shining on it. Sometimes it really, I wear opal. I usually have it on my finger here, and it really just dazzles me. So I forgot to mention that one. That is a size Q. I don't usually have rings because of the sizing, but I have two rings. That's a size Q, and this one is a size O. So that one fits on my middle finger, and this one fits on my ring finger. This is black opal. Once again, in gold. Now, a bit harder to see on the camera because it's black opal, but you'll see on the photographs when I list these on the website, the greens, the blues, The reds, you know, once again, it's living water, it's living Christ-light here. Black opal's fantastic for anyone that's alchemizing shadow as well, because it will just help you in your service and help guide and clear that path. I love wearing teardrop shape rings because it just, especially on the index or any of our power fingers, because on dominant hand, because it clears the way, it carves a pathway. So anyway, I've been rambling for nearly 20 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. You'll see some of these on my website today, but this is especially for you, handpicked by me. Some of them have already had attunements as well. Most of them don't actually, I mean, none of them need attunements, but some of them have got extra attunements on top because they've asked for that. And once they've gone, they've gone. Remember last time we did a video on 11/11 and all those went in 10 days. So, yep, act fast if they are calling to you. So much love, so many blessings. Have a beautiful, radiant day. Bye for now.